Tuesday night's recap of The Bachelorette. Andi.
All right, they're hitting the road this week. They're going to Santa Barbara.
It's so nice to get out of LA.
I know, right? It's like a total of an hour away.
Okay. I was waiting for you to
I don't know if
put
it's an
some words
hour.
together.
I'm thinking it is. I don't know.
All right. Well,
I've
the
never been
first
to California.
date this week is a one-on-one.
For Nick, let's ride off into the sunset.
All right. Well, the date starts off with a bike ride.
Oh my God. Her ass was eating those shorts. That was a poor choice for
Especially
bike riding.
for biking.
Did that bike have a seat on it?
And then for hiking at this place called Lizard's Mouth.
Yeah, that's where everybody goes to hike.
Well, he reveals that he's crushing on her because she's got a great resume.
To which she says,
What? Yeah.
what is that face all the time?
I don't know. He's really into her accomplishments, though.
Too much lip injections?
I don't know. But then the date moves on to dinner. And she's like, why aren't you married?
And he's like, well, in high school, I had like a 7-year relationship. We broke up and we got back together. It was very immature.
He said that he was engaged before after that. And he was like, yeah, it was like a really immature relationship. I'm glad it's out of the way.
At
Yeah, it was when I was 27.
Ooh. All right. He grows up so slow.
Well, she was into it. She was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, she's like, I can get that.
Isn't she like 27 now?
Yeah. She gets the whole thing, but she wants him to believe in the process. She really, he's not a believer at first, but then he said the unromantic process is romantic.
Well, she ended up giving him the rose.
Who cares?
And then they made out for a while.
A few hours. All right. Group date time. Let's start things off on the right note.
Oh, you know who's excited?
Bradley.
Opera Man.
Opera Man.
Yeah.
All right. So he sings opera, obviously. He thinks it's got something to do with music. When they walk into the theater or school or wherever it was.
It was a school, I think, and he's like, oh, I've won a singing competition here before.
Ugh, who cares? All right, so they met up with Boys to Men.
What?
They're going to be performing...
Or butchering.
the song Make Love to You.
It's I'll Make Love to You.
I'll Make Love to You. They're broken down into 2 groups. One have to wear some chimp outfits with a little... Diddy Kong hat.
Chimp outfits?
The little bow ties and the hat. They look like Diddy Kong from Donkey Kong. And the other group has on these, like, don't they have like khaki
things.
slacks?
I don't know.
It was like so... bleh.
All right, well, Andy's like, if you can't sing, don't worry, because I'm going to be singing today too, and I suck. Boy, was
really
she right.
Did. Even the guy from Boys to Men was like, you suck. And he was serious.
Yeah.
All right, so this was a complete disaster.
Opera Man thought he had this in the bag. He's like, oh, I'm a singer, I got this. And then he was all like, I'll make love to you.
It's not opera. And you know what? Your opera singing's not that good either. It was my cat's singing better than him right now. Holy crap. They went to a Boys to Men concert. They got up in front of an audience. Mm-hmm. And they suck so bad.
Yeah.
Especially Opera Man. I mean, I'm expecting better from him. I have to hold him to a higher standard.
Yeah. So we watched pretty much every show with the captions on.
Yeah.
And because we don't hear so well. But whenever they would show someone singing, it was like, in parentheses, off-key singing. Everyone.
Yeah.
Off-key singing.
All right. So after that debacle, they have a little happy hour date. And Cody, a.k.a. Hulk Lowe.
He is such a goofball.
Oh.
She's like, we have a similar sense of humor, so she decides she's going to play a trick on him. So she starts talking to him, and she's like, I'm going to be honest. Some of the guys have come up to me, and they've told me that you have a girlfriend.
And he's like, that's not true.
What the F?
No, he was like,
I'm just kidding.
That's not true. I haven't dated a girl in 3.5 years.
Uh-oh. I was waiting for him to go all Hulk. Incredible Hulk.
I was waiting for him to say, "Yeah, I know."
Can you imagine if he was like, "Oh shoot, you found out"?
Yeah, really. So
That would have been a real plot
Yeah.
twist.
Marcus was looking for a makeout.
He got it.
That wasn't much of a stretch.
He got it.
Yeah, baby, he made out.
Well, so did everyone.
Yeah, pretty much. Josh, he wants the rose. Oh, he's just...
This
he's got the
was
googly eyes.
weird.
He's like,
It was kind of like this aggressive thing going on. It was
I
like
don't
really.
know.
I
Wasn't he
felt
the one
uncomfortable
who went
watching
like
it.
that to her?
Yeah.
In a previous episode?
You could
Well,
tell they have some chemistry, but it was like kind of awkward. And when I say kind of, I mean really awkward to
I really
watch.
thought Marcus was going to get the rose.
Well, Josh got it.
That's disgusting. Eh. All right. So, meanwhile, back at the house, the final date card arrives.
It's another one-on-one, and this time it's for JJ.
Oh my.
The pants guy.
Love is timeless.
He's another goofball.
Yeah, he really is. The whole thing is let's grow old together. So they show up and they dress them in some oldie clothes and
Yeah.
they do some makeup. They throw a bald cap on his head and put on some liver spots. And you know what? They would have had an easier time just taking her makeup off rather than trying to build it up a little bit.
Oh, snap. So the thing that annoyed me about this date a little bit, like it's a cute idea, it's fun, but they kept saying like, oh, we're gonna see what it would be like if we were married for 50 years.
Yeah.
Maybe looks wise, but you're not gonna have 50 years worth of like
Experiences.
love.
Yeah.
So it kind of just like seemed a little shallow.
You know what was missing? The diapers.
Oh.
Come on, it's all part of the show. All right. He was a little bit more believable than her. The makeup. I mean, they hardly did anything to
Yeah.
her. Come on. They walked around. First, they were pretending to be decrepit. And they were like,
I'm sorry. I would have felt like such an asshat if I were them and I was walking around like that with actual old people around.
I know. That was criminal. Then they decided to get on their jazzies and go to a different spot and pretend that they're old but act young.
Yeah.
So that people were like, wow, check out those fitty oldies.
They were playing catch with a football, doing
Yeah.
cartwheels, all this crazy stuff, and everyone was just like, wow.
All right. Well, back at the house, Ron gets a phone call.
It's not good news.
It's bad news. He had a family emergency. Close friend passed away. So he packed up his crap and he got the hell out of there. Consider that a lucky family emergency because you don't want to be a part of this train wreck.
Well, I felt really bad for him. That's
I did
very
too.
unfortunate, and
It is.
I hope that he's
I didn't mean to
doing
make light
okay.
of that.
Yeah, really. Shut up.
Stop it, Josh! Alright, so, yeah, they're running around and they clean themselves up. It's dinner time and he spills his guts to her.
Yeah.
He's like, I was quirky as a kid.
Is anyone gonna love me for me?
No. You know, I'm sure he's a nice guy. He's different.
He
He's out
seems very
there.
nice.
So he got
He's kind
the
of like
rose.
he's got the yellow lab syndrome.
Yeah.
a bit.
You know what? It's cool, but I think she's gonna get tired of
think
that
so,
pretty
too.
quick.
Yeah.
Pretty quick. All right. So back at the house again, Dylan. He wants a one-on-one to tell Andi his horrible story.
Oh, it's so sad.
It is really sad. He lost his brother and his sister to drugs. So that really, I don't blame him. I mean, yeah, you really need more than 5 minutes to spit that one out. Feel bad for him. So, cocktail party time. She's bummed about Ron, but
She
you know
lets
what?
everyone know.
It's all a part of the show. Let's get on with the cocktail party.
I mean, what are you gonna do?
Life goes on.
So she gets this flower delivery
From Nick.
from Nick while she's talking to Eric.
Yeah. And Eric's like, ooh, these aren't from me.
That really messed up his
One-on-one
his
time.
time with her, I think.
Yeah. And, you know, I don't really condone this type of thing. I don't think they should be having like contact with the outside world, you know, like sending flowers and stuff like that. Because if the other guys knew that they could have done that, they probably would have.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I can see both sides of it.
It's like, I don't like when the whores on the Bachelor season go to the guy's room at like 4 a.m.
Go swimming in the ocean.
That's not cool, because everybody should be allowed to do that. So I don't like these outside flower deliveries, because I think it's cheapening the show and the process.
All right, well, there's some drama at this cocktail party.
JJ...
He's like, I gotta get something off my chest.
Has info. He said that, what's his face? Andrew got a waitress's phone number like 3 days in.
Yeah.
And was like, yo, I got this phone number from this girl. Check it out. I'm all that.
So he takes this info to Josh because he knows that Josh is a man of action.
And very quick and very shifty, I might add. So they formulate this plan that it's not cool.
They want to confront him about it.
Right.
So JJ and Josh decide they're going to go ahead and confront Andrew about this drama.
Well, he freaking runs off like a little baby to the room, and he's like, I don't want to talk about this.
Wait.
All right. Well, Marcus takes this opportunity to meet her in the dark. It was really weird.
It was some dark corner.
He's like, I can't stop kissing you. And she's all like...
No.
And he slips her a note. He's like, read this later.
Okay. Well, it's time for the rose ceremony.
All right. Well, guess
the whole Andrew situation isn't really resolved.
No, not at all, because they never got a chance to tell her about it. Chris Harrison said, ding, ding, ding. Time for the rose ceremony.
Time for the rose ceremony.
Different show. All right. So first rose goes to
Marcus.
Meet me in the dark later. All right, then Brian, then Markel, etc., 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 until the final rose. Now this came down to Andrew, Brett, and Opperman. And you're thinking, did they talk about Andrew? No, they didn't, because he got the final rose. And she was pretty happy about the situation. You know, this seems a little bit too coinkydink for my liking.
I don't know.
So it's like, drama, wait till tomorrow.
Well, I'm upset that Brett is leaving because he seems cool.
I think I really liked Brett.
He reminds me of the guy from my best friend's wedding.
Yeah.
What's his name? Dylan?
I don't know.
Sorry.
But Dylan McDermott?
That's what I was thinking, but I wasn't sure.
He's too shy. You know, he doesn't know if he's ever going to find anybody.
I bet he does great hair, too.
I know. Why aren't these guys, like, in relationships?
I don't know.
They're so normal.
But also leaving, Opperman.
Oh, my gosh.
Not so normal.
He loves love. He just wants to be in love. He wants to give love. He's crying. Oh.
You know what I have to say?
Same thing I do.
Opperman, bye-bye.
All right. So he's out,
Yeah.
sadly. Not really.
Bye.
So tomorrow night, this is a freaky deek week because there was a show tonight and there's one tomorrow as well.
Right. Tomorrow, the regular
part
night.
2. Yeah, it's like part 2.
They're going to Connecticut. They're going to change things up.
Romantic Connecticut?
I believe this is the last stop before they go
overseas?
Abroad.
Okay. So this is the episode that contains the... If you can't believe in this process, just walk your ass on out, because if you don't think it's hard telling these guys goodbye, it is.
All right.
All right.
So I hope you guys join us tomorrow night for another recap.
And until then, much
love.
Edit.